But it is going to be exciting. We know that this is the most full we've seen Red Bull Center Court right now. I mean, the seats are just absolutely overflowing, and they are trying to get a glimpse at their superstars, and that, of course, Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst, the crowd favorite. The crowd is going to bring the noise, absolutely. Looking at the team comparison, neither one of these teams have won a gold medal on the FIVB World Tour. The match record, 6-11 for Canada, 17-8 for Austria. And the big news, these teams are meeting for the 9th time in the history of their careers. And better believe Austria has a 5-3 advantage over Canada. There's a look at pool play. Both of these two teams undefeated. They will be advancing to the knockout rounds. And so it's all about honing your skills in, possibly getting that #1 seed out of pool, and then position yourself in a much better place for those knockout rounds.
This should be a very interesting clash. As Dane has pointed out, both teams are through to the elimination rounds. There is no worries for Austria or Canada with regards to progressing to the next rounds of play here in Vienna. Quick look and check on the referees. From Colombia, Juan Carlos Salvadera. And the second referee from China, and that is Wang Lijun. Now let's have a closer look at the 4 players heading out on court, Dane. I know you're a fan of all of them. These Canadian players, they really know how to mix it on the big occasion.
They absolutely do. There's a look at King Schock, 31 years of age, 196 centimeters tall. He plays defense behind the block of Saxton. He is quite the player, exciting to watch. And you know what? He's got such a level head on him. I'm surprised that he has not been to the top of the podium. Maybe this World Championship is his tournament. His partner goes by the name of Ben Saxton. Saxton is 28 years of age. He's out of Calgary, 200 centimeters, 6'7" tall. His best finish in 2015 in Yokohama, where they both finished in 2nd place. So familiar foes going up against one another here, and the crowd came to see none other than Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst. Starting with Clemens Doppler, he started on the FIVB World Tour in 1998. 20 seasons he has been on tour, still looking for that ever-elusive championship is Clemens Doppler, now 36 years of age. A storied career for both of these players, so much experience, and probably the most experienced team that is on the tour. There's a good look at Alexander Horst, 34 years of age, out of Vienna, so he didn't have to go far to get to center court, and he is pumped up and ready. I mean, this is a dream come true, having these world championships right in your backyard. Now it's just about getting out on that court and doing the job that you have prepared for. The scene is set. Austria versus Canada. There's going to be some fireworks.
Now, Austria have won their first 2 games in Pool L, beating Iran and Canada. This is their toughest task. And, of course, same story for the Canadians, Saxton and Schalk. They also got the better of their compatriots, Canada and the Iranian team. Temperatures falling. That dial has been as high as 60 degrees Celsius today, but the sun starts to set and the temperatures cool off just a little. That's not to say the beach volleyball will be cooling off. Away we go. First serve is played by Horst. And the first point on the board with a mistake from Canada.
What we're going to really be keeping an eye on is Ben Saxton and Clemens Doppler going at it at the net. Who wins that battle will position their team possibly to victory.
Horst on the attack again for Austria. Over the top of the block. 2-0. Perfect start for the boys in red and white, the local heroes here in Vienna.
I'll tell you what, Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horsch playing some of the best volleyball I've seen. They destroyed Iran and Canada in their first 2 pool matches. Now they play another Canadian team, and they're off to a fiery start again.
Canada with service. Schalk serving Horst. Doppler on the attack. Oh! First block, first staff block of the match goes to Ben Saxton. Nicely done.
Great timing by Ben Saxton. That's what you're going to see between Clemens Doppler and Ben Saxton. You're going to see really solid blocking technique. It's the strength of both of these teams.
Oh, good spatial awareness, good vision there. Works it out very nicely. Alex Doppler at the net. Clemens Doppler, I should say, at the net. Good service. Powers that ball into Schalk. Schalk puts it out of play. The point goes to Austria. They're back with the break at 4-2.
That ball was absolutely chucked. That's what... Alexander Horst not happy with the head referee, saying, why didn't you call a double on that set? The set did not come out clean, looked like a double contact, but now the standard has been set by the head referee.
Good set from Saxton, and Schalk puts it away. It's going to be a very tight match, Dave. Both teams coming out firing on all cylinders, ready to rumble from the get-go.
Yeah, and it should be a tight match. The number 12 and number 13 seed respectively. Austria at 12, Canada at 13, and I told you about the history. This is the 9th meeting between these teams. They know one another well. I expect a battle.
Ben Saxton hits that serve too hard, out of bounds, way beyond the baseline of the Austrian court. 5-3. Good serve from Horst. Oh, almost in the right position. Almost the perfect save, because that was Ben Saxton at full power.
Alexander Horst is in the right spot, but when the ball's hit with that type of velocity, you better have your arms ready, and Horst was a bit out of position.
Another nice touch on the ball from Clemens Doppler. He's 36 years of age now, a lot of experience, as Dane pointed out earlier on his side, and he'll need every little bit of it tonight.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great? You know, he has struggled his whole career to try to make it to the top of that podium, and it has eluded him. What if he could put it all together here in his hometown in a world championship?
Well, it would be a dream come true, not just for the two players on court, but for the likes of Hannes Jägerhofer, the man behind this amazing event and competition. And around about 10,000 fans out there that follow them wherever they play. They have a magnificent support, but they've yet to win a big one. Here's Horst on the attack. Not a lot of room, but does well. Just to trickle that over the net.
Oh, that was beautiful. Talk about a finesse shot. He comes in, makes it look like he's going to blast the ball, and then he just kind of slices and dices it right over the net. Ben Saxton really tries to make an attempt, but the ball, it's just out of reach. That shot was a thing of beauty.
And Horst is at the back of the court, ready to get going. Just 2 years younger than his partner, Doppler. There's some very quick power play from Canada. And Team Schalk there put that one away with lightning speed. Here is Schalk with service for Canada. Good set. Oh, but Saxton's up the net. That's his second block.
He's very dangerous, and like I said, that's one of their big strengths. And Ben Saxton, he's also very streaky. Once he gets 1 or 2 blocks, he starts to gain momentum, and you better look out. You better start to avoid him. If they continue to challenge Ben Saxton, Austria is going to pay.
Well, that was an important point. And side out for Austria. Big power play from Clemens Doppler. But Schalke will not be too disappointed. He nearly had that one away. Here is Clemens with service. Oh, that's out of play. Point goes to Austria.
That's the first unforced error that we've seen where a ball's hit clearly out, and you want to limit those mistakes. That time Saxton trying to avoid the block of Clemens Doppler.
Almost there. Aggressive serve from Clemens Doppler, but a little too deep. Canadian number 2, Ben Saxton, with service. Still opting to serve Doppler. Doppler on the attack. And down the line, lovely play. 10-8.
Absolutely crushing that ball right there. Clemens Doppler going up and smashing that ball, looking like he's back in his 20s.
It's a good service to Saxton. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
You can just tell that this match already has a feel for it, that it most likely will go 3 sets. It's going to be a battle back and forth. It's going to come down to the wire. So difficult for any team to get separation.
31-year-old from Ontario. Schalke puts the service in for Canada. Austria on the attack. Saxton, block number 3. And that will really put the pressure. The break has gone again from Austria. Excellent on the block from Saxton. Unfortunate for Doppler there. Horst just got the one hand to it. Referee blows the whistle for the technical timeout. It's a 30-second break. We're halfway through the first set, and the advantage is now with Canada at 11 points to 10. It's going to be very tight. A real close one, Dane, as we expected.
Absolutely. You can see the battling out of the gate. All 4 players, you know, when you know a team so well, then it comes down to like almost a chess match. Every little move is so important. Lucky for the players, it's starting to cool down a little bit right now, but a much-needed break here at the technical timeout. Some beautiful defense there by Horst, but the ball ends up just a little bit too tight to the net. And Canada right now is starting to roll, and they're getting all sorts of momentum, and it's starting with that block of Ben Saxton.
Clemens Doppler, the Austrian number 1, has been in every World Championship since 2001. Has never been better than 9th. These guys know each other so well. They've been teammates at 2 Olympic Games. Been playing together since 2012. Now, first thing here for Austria is to stop that point run of Canada. Horst sets the ball for Doppler. Schalke on the attack for Canada. Oh, he's nearly there. Yes, they could be still there. Great play from Austria to keep the ball up. Schalke tries again. Block is there. Oh! But Doppler couldn't keep hold of the block. The break is now with Canada.
An excellent save by the Austrians. There's the dig, one-handed stab by Alexander Horst, and then look at Clemens Doppler, keep it in play. They get another opportunity, but came shot high off the block of Clemens Doppler. I like the way how both teams are being aggressive from the back line, yet they're not missing a lot of serves. It's a smart way.
Good cut on the ball from Alexander Horst. Local boy, born in Vienna, lives in Vienna. And Vienna loves Horst and Doppler. Listen to this crowd, 10,000 strong. Every seat in the house is taken. Centre court, packed to the rafters. Austria look to level the scores. Float serve from Doppler. Good power play, though, from Ben Saxton. He's got one hell of a swing on that arm.
He just rips that crossbody down the line between the blocker and the antenna. Difficult shot. And you say 10,000 strong, and to think it's only Tuesday afternoon here.
Oh, lovely. That gets the crowd on their feet. Good play from Alex Horst.
Solid bump set right there by Clemens Doppler. Even though Canada was lined up to dig the angle, the shot was just too sharp.
Oh, the flag goes up.
Yeah, and Clemens Doppler had to go over because he touched the block, was the first contact. Then the second contact is the set, and then he tries to poke it a little bit out of position, and it ends up just long.
Schalk serves for Canada. Serving Horst this time. Doppler with the set. Lovely cut on the ball. Nice angle. Canada have no answer to a shot like that.
Yeah, Horst's cut shot right now is really looking smooth. It seems that he has full command over it, and he's putting it exactly where he wants.
Doppler's at the back of the Austrian court with service. Serving Schalk. Saxton sets the ball for his partner. Oh, good spatial awareness there. Spots the gap. Cross court. It's a good shot from Schalk.
If Canada can continue to limit the blocking ability of Clemens Doppler, it's going to really position itself in really good shape, because Clemens Doppler, that is his forte. That is his strength. And so far, no blocks for Clemens Doppler.
Oh, into the net from Kim Schalk.
A really big opportunity right there. Ben Saxton controls it with a soft block, then he sets it, and I believe Kim Schalk just let that ball drop a little bit too low to get it over the net. Those are crucial points if you want to win the set.
Good service right down the middle. It's tight on the net for Canada, and it is so tight. No touch, the Austrians are saying. Scores are tied at 15-all. And also, no challenge from Canada. Good sportsmanship out there, as well as intense competition.
Well, yeah, I think they're just frustrated.
There is a challenge. My apologies, Dane.
I think they are frustrated. They're gonna ask for a block touch, but I don't think they're gonna get it. I'd be surprised if there was one here. That ball looked like it was just kind of waffled out of bounds by Kim Schalk, and it seems like he's, over the last maybe 2 points, he lost his focus. Let's check it out here. Yeah,
no touch.
No touch there.
Hawkeye tells the story. Scores are tied at 15-all. The crowd can see the decision as we do on the big screens at either end of the stadium. One challenge remaining for Canada. Saxton on the attack. What a great save from Alex Horst. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Austria are back in the lead, and the crowd are loving it.
Seemed like Canada had all the momentum, and then that cut shot by Kim Schalk into the net, then the error out of bounds, and now Austria, they have stolen the momentum at just the crucial time.
And they need to ride this momentum all the way to wrapping up the first set.
I think Canada is going to opt to take a timeout after giving away multiple points right there in a row. They were in command. And if you just flinch, if you come up short and lose focus for just a second, you're in trouble.
So Canada have called a timeout, a 30-second break. Each team is allowed one timeout per set. Here we go. Now, does the timeout work for Canada? Do they break the focus, break the rhythm of Doppler and Horst? Or can the two Austrian players pick it up where Canada stopped it?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's breaking the rhythm. Canada has to get back their focus. I think that's the most important thing right now. They lost focus over those last 4 points.
Good serve from Horst. Saxton on the attack for Canada. The block nearly there. Oh! Saxton puts his hand up the air, puts a touch of the ball. 17-15, a break now for Austria.
Wow. I go back to that play when Kame Schock had that opportunity and hit the ball in the bottom of the net. Instead of that, Canada going to 16. It's just been all Austria ever since. 4 points over in a row.
Oh, and that's been given to Canada. Doppler's knocked that out of court. All the work was done, the angle had been found, it just put a little too much power on the shot. Scores are all tied at 17-all.
Oh, that is just a little bit sloppy there. It was a great read by Kame Schock, but he could not control the dig. He pulled Ben Saxton way off the net. Look how far Ben has to run, and it's emergency at that point. And then he throws it up to the net, and nothing Canada can do. Clemens Doppler eats it up. Wow, Canada's missing some major opportunities right now.
Saxton falls. Doppler at the net there.
I can't believe that. I thought Canada completely on their heels, but that's what makes Canada a solid team. They at times can get out of trouble without the perfect pass.
Horst on the attack for Austria. Lovely little touch on the ball, but Schalk has it covered. It's his turn to attack for Canada. And still not getting that block working, Doppler. And that's one of the weak errors or the weak parts of their game so far. Not putting them away.
Now, Kame Schock, this is how you want to play defense. You see how he controlled that, passed it perfectly, got a great set, and then ran his offense unlike the last time. And wow, a rip of a serve. So Canada keeping the focus and getting right back in it.
Yeah, that's set point for Canada. Austria immediately call a timeout because all of a sudden, within a matter of moments, the tides turn, and now it's Canada turning the screw on Austria. Horst says timeout immediately.
Remember, I always say have a short memory out there, and that's exactly what Kame Schock and Ben Saxton did. Things weren't going their way, but they kept the focus, and they've gotten a couple of very crucial points, and they may be able to steal this first set here.
30-second break. Back on court, and they have to side out, the Austrians, to stay in the first set.
It's like the reverse wave. Have you ever seen that? Where they actually start standing and then sit down as the wave comes around. That's pretty unique. Must be a European thing, huh, Nick?
Well, the Mexican wave is a lot of fun, but the Austrian players on court need to hold their nerve here. Oh, they do. There's the first point. It's second set point, my apologies, to Canada.
And I think Kame Shah should have controlled this ball. Just hit it up anywhere where Ben Saxton can just free ball it over and give yourself an opportunity to reset.
Austria need to put this serve away. Good service. Here's Schalke on the attack. Doppler, oh, not there again with the block. That's the only part of the Austrian game that's just been a little off its A, and that is the blocking. 3 blocks to Ben Saxton, no blocks at all from Doppler. Canada take the first set, 21-19.
Yeah, Clemens Doppler's block has been completely absent so far here in the first set. Very surprising. If you told me that Clemens would not have a block after the first set, I would have disputed that fact. He is such a solid blocker, so he's going to have to turn things up, and there you have it. It's in the books, 21-19. Canada really sneak out that first set because there was a lot of back and forth at the tail end. Looking at the match statistics so far, 3-1 in blocking. I'm not sure where that one block was registered for Austria. We may have missed it. Horst may have got it, but it's very rare that he's up at the net. We've been so focused on Clemens Doppler, the full-time blocker. But right now, to recoup, if you are Austria, maybe turn up the serve just a little bit. I like the way they're playing, and I thought they played well enough to win. Maybe a couple more blocks, and that's all they need.
Here we go, set 2. Austria have to win it to take it to a third tiebreak. And Horst puts the first point on the board for Austria.
Horst has been solid throughout this entire match. That cut shot kind of becoming his signature. He's just so precise, and the defense not even close.
Schalke on the attack for Canada. Oh, what a save from Horst there. That was Schalke at full power.
Yeah, Horst didn't flinch, got that ball up into the net, almost made the play.
Good shot from Alex Horst again. Cross court, full swing of the arm.
Ripping that one. Kame Shah trying to control it, but no chance there.
Doppler with service for Austria. Oh, and as Doppler drops off the net, maybe that affects the focus and the shot from Canada. They pile it right into their own side and net. Break for Austria, albeit very early on in this second set, 3-1. Well left from Ben Saxton.
And it's nice the sun has finally gone down to the point to where the entire court is shaded. It's difficult when half the court is shaded and half is sunlit. That can cause all sorts of glare problems when you're receiving serve.
Again, that cut shot has been so effective for Alex Horst.
It's his go-to. He goes back to it every time, and Kame Shah's going to have to make the adjustment, maybe force him into doing something that he doesn't like to do, something that he's less comfortable with.
Oh, great play from Alex Horst. What a superb save after a full power play from Canada. And then finishes as well.
Canada ends up completely on their heels right here. Kame Shah, you see he leaned back, didn't have time to shift momentum, and he lets Austria a little bit off the hook with a set that was about 7 feet off the net.
serve from Horst. Well, the points on the board. As we said in the first set, it looks to be the same in the second. The one weak link for Austria is the block is not working from Clemens Doppler. If they can put that part of the game right, they'll take this second set easily.
Oh, that's a rip of a serve by Ben Saxton. And he has the ability to heat up. Remember, any part of the ball hitting any part of that tape is ruled in.
Oh, Saxton, block 4 at the net.
I like the idea, though. Austria trying to vary the speeds, go a little quicker on offense right there. The only problem is they did not fool Ben Saxton. Great discipline by Ben to hold on and wait.
Good service run as well for Saxton at the moment.
Alexander Horst is really on his game right now offensively. If you're Canada, you might want to think of going the other direction just to mix things up.
Doppler with service. Oh, and that's well left by Schalk. Just dives to the sand to get his body out of the way. This game, Schalk. Oh, look at that for a drop serve. Well played, Austria. That was a tricky serve from the Canadian. Oh, fell out of the air like a stone.
Yeah, that short serve is designed to take the offensive player's approach away. That time, Horst brings the extra effort to make it happen. Solid right there for Kane Schock. And you know, I think why Clemens Doppler is missing probably the game plan of Canada to make sure that they don't challenge him low. You know, when people challenge him and try to hit hard, they usually get stuck. They're chipping it around him, varying speeds, and it's proved difficult for Clemens to catch up.
Saxton puts that serve right into the net, 8-7. Still with the 1 point advantage, Austria have to win the second set to take it to a third tiebreak. Oh, that's a beautiful ace serve from Clemens Doppler. Oh, just when they needed it.
Clemens must be thinking, if I'm not getting it done at the net in terms of my blocking strength, let me whip out this jump serve right out of the middle of the court, tagging the line.
And a second! Oh no, ball was out. From the side view we have here, high up in the commentary box, that looked to be good, but here's the replay, and it shows the ball way outside of Canada's court. Well played again, Alex Horst coming out on top, jousting at the net. Smallest player on court as well.
It was a good play, and it was a smart play. Kept his balance. He went under the net, but he did not interfere, so play goes on. And then Clemens Doppler is ready to strike and get that ball to the sand. That's trouble. As soon as that ball was set, you knew it was trouble. Those are the sets that Clemens Doppler eats for lunch right there. No question about it. He was going to block that ball. Right now, Kane Schock needs to focus in on his passing. That's a beauty.
Oh, he's got there. Doppler hanging at the net, just gets his hand to the ball in the nick of time.
Look at that, hanging in the air. Perfect timing, so smart. Extension, stays out of the net, and there's that fist pump. Momentum is back on the side of Austria.
Well, technical timeout. 21 points on the board.
I'll pick it up.
Is serving tough?
It's a little, anything or a little further
Yeah,
out.
I'll try to push it more.
Not getting my feet there well enough.
Der kleine Fahrer schuppelt einfach mit.
Five successful attacks, 3 successful blocks for Clemens Doppler. Starting to heat up like we knew he had to do if Austria is going to get themselves back into this thing and get a victory. And this crowd absolutely going crazy for their Austrian team of Doppler and Horst. I think all the pressure right now on Kaim Schak. That seems to be the target of choice for the Austrians. Let him off the hook there.
Well, that was a good call of a timeout. Now we go into the technical timeout with a 21-point total score on the board. Another 30 seconds break for the players. That was a clever timeout call from Canada. Worked well.
It really did. That's exactly what you want to happen. Maybe stop the momentum and make them miss their serve coming out of that timeout. That's exactly what Horst did.
Ben
Saxton, the number 2 for Canada. Kaim Schak, the number 1. Easily recognisable, Doppler and Horst. Doppler, the tall blocker at the net, at 2 meters tall. That's 6'7" in comparison to Horst, who's 1'86", 6'1", at the back of court for Austria. Saxton with service. Good play. They're expecting the cut shot. This time he goes down the line.
And that's what you want to do. Look at the retreating blocker. Ben Saxton is there. He tries a fake block and drop really late. Alexander Horst plays it perfectly, goes at the high head of the retreating blocker for the successful kill.
Doppler with service, right to the middle of the Canadians, who clash into each other. Another ace for Doppler. And a pretty handy break now for the Austrians at 14-9.
Nice little collision right there. Hopefully Kaim Schak doesn't hurt that left shoulder, but that's what you want. You want to be banging heads rather than going your separate ways and getting aced. That's more like it right there. That's offense that Kaim Schak is accustomed to. The big thing with both of these teams is consistency. That's why neither of them has been to the top of the podium to win that gold medal on the FIVB World Tour. And they just need to iron out a few kinks, be a little more consistent, and they'll be in good shape. Beautiful shot there by Doppler.
Clear Austria. Keeping the pressure on Canada here. Looking to wrap up this second set as quickly as possible and go to a third tiebreak. Oh, that's on the line. And Horst cannot believe that he let that go by.
That's why we always say, if you can, try to play those close ones. And that was extremely close. I could understand why I thought that was out, but a big opportunity to score gone by.
Horst soon makes up for it.
Wow, that was an absolute smash cross court. And that goes to show you don't have to hit the ball straight down. If you go high to the deep corner, you see how high that was crossing Kaim Schak? So difficult to dig.
16-11, 5 clear once again. Saxton with the set, Schak on the attack. Spots the angle there, cuts the ball very nicely.
Yeah, really nice cut shot from Canada, but Austria's put up this nice cushion by chipping away, by increasing their blocks, and up by 4 and just 5 points away from forcing this thing to a third set, and that's exactly what this crowd wants to see. He knew that was trouble. Alexander Horst putting his partner Doppler way too close to the net. When you're dealing with a guy like Ben Saxton, 6'7" tall, with a solid vertical leap, you can't set that ball within 2 feet of the net or it'll eat it up.
Good shot from Doppler. Very nice.
Both Doppler and Horst really starting to heat up their hits offensively and be as aggressive as possible. And that's what you want to do as the set goes on. Continue to get aggressive.
Horst nearly had his hands on that one, and that was Saxton at full power.
Full power and a little extra. He just peppered that ball, and what I like about Alexander Horst, he does not flinch.
Well, Doppler giving James Schalk the same treatment in return. Doppler with service. Oh, a little short one. Saxton attacks for Canada. Doppler has his hands there, but not quite the timing that he was hoping for. Point back on the board for Canada, trailing by 3. James Schalk with the float serve. Over the top and right on the line from Alex Horst. 4 clear again. They're getting closer and closer to wrapping up this second set, Dane.
I like that James Schalk slid into the angle. Remember, Horst loves that angle shot. That time forced to go down the line. Solid side out situation there. James Schalk with a beautiful pass and then a solid offensive hit. Big question, is it too late? Right now, Canada needs to make something happen. James Schalk is due for a good dig, and Saxton's been somewhat quiet up at the net.
Here is Saxton with service. Oh, and that gives Austria set point. It looks like we're heading to a tie break here. Doppler with service. Crowd are on their feet already.
Wow, what an incredible save. I thought Horst was going to keep that in. It was just too close to the net. He kind of had to walk the tightrope so he didn't net and end up poking it out of bounds. But this should be pretty academic, the way that Austria is siding out.
Horst sets it up for Doppler. Oh, Saxton gets his block in.
Wow, not just yet. Maybe Canada has some different ideas. Ben Saxton doing his thing at the net. Now, can they get another block or dig by James Schalk?
Here's set point 3 for Austria. Another try for Doppler. Finally, Austria settle it at 21-18. 1 set all. Canada take the first. 21-19. Austria come back to win the second. We go to a tie-break third set. No technical timeout, and it is the first team to 15 and 2 points clear. This is a real sprint, this tie-break set, Dave. And what the Austrians will be hoping is that they can pick it up where they left off at the end of that second set with the same amount of momentum.
They do have the momentum going. You have the coin flip, and it looked like Austria won. I'm sure they probably opted to receive serve, because when you're receiving serve, it's about a 75% chance that you have the advantage of winning that point. So a little coin flip, as you said, a quick one to 15. Remember, there's no technical timeout. No technical timeout, and so you just get that one stoppage of play.
Well, look at the relief on the face of Doppler. Confirmation that it's 1 set all. Canada took the first, Austria take the second. Here we go, starting with the third. The stats are pretty even, but the attacking play from Austria a little higher, justifying that second set victory. Canada to serve to get set 3 underway. It's a quick one, believe you me, only to 15. Doppler on the attack for Austria, and he puts it away. Perfect start for the boys in red and white, for the local heroes.
Nick, here's a stat for you. Remember, these two teams have met 8 previous times. Austria with a 5-3 record. 3 of those 8 times, it's gone to a third set. And guess what? Every single one of those third set victories went to Austria.
Ball is good, good shot.
That being the case, they've been to 3 setters. That's a beautiful hit to the corner. Proof you don't have to bury it straight down. We saw Alexander Horst hit that corner a little earlier. So hard to defend.
He's a long way back off the net. Another good shot from Kane Schalk. Canada take the lead at 2-1.
Yeah, I like Kamschak. He's really settled down, and he's putting a premium on that first passing contact. If that's not good, then he's scrambling. But if it's good, he's money.
Oh, that's out of play. A break for Canada at 3-1.
You know, we haven't seen Alexander Horst make many errors. I don't think he was happy with that set, kind of falling backwards. And this is where he'll be tested. Can he bounce right back?
Oh, well, there's your answer. Staying very calm and cool. Now we side switch with a total of 5 points on the scoreboard rather than 7, because it's a shorter set. Only heading to 15 rather than the usual 21, but you still have to win it by 2 clear points. Still anybody's match to take. Good serve from Doppler. Canada are out of position. Oh, but Canada, well, very lucky to get out of trouble there. It all started with a big serve from Doppler.
Yeah, and here the ball comes up to the net. It's touched by Doppler. Beautiful defense by Horst, but then a blind shot that was too close to the net by Doppler, and Canada gets the block. They know how important that was. Canada off to a really solid start here. Do not want to get too far in a hole. Third set goes by so quickly.
Schalk serving. Serving Horst. There's a set from his partner. And that one's out as well. They're now down by 3, Austria.
Remember, I said this is the challenge for Horst. He made 1 cut shot error, and now he's made an error down the line. You don't want to give up any more.
Sticking with the same tactic, serving Horst. And he gets that off the fingertips of Ben Saxton to put the point on the board for Austria, trailing by 2. Now, Alex Horst needs a good service run here. That's a good jump serve. But Saxton at the net, cross court.
High level of difficulty right there for Ben Saxton. Kame Schak puts it up in the middle of the court, but it's about 5-6 feet off the net and a blocker in his face, but making it look easy is Ben Saxton.
Horst goes over the top of the block from Ben Saxton. Good shot, 10 total on the scoreboard, so a quick side switch.
Yeah, excuse me there, Nick. I'm just seeing Kame Schak's on the run when that ball's being contacted every time, and a lot of times he's running the wrong direction. You have to be still on defense on point of contact, then you can go both directions.
Let's see if Austria can capitalize. Doppler serving Kame Schak. Well, again, the defense is not there, the block is not there.
Kame Schak, a little wrist away down the line. Beautiful snap, getting it to the sand quickly.
Schak with service. Horst on the attack. Block is there from Saxton, but it's covered by Doppler, who now looks to put this away for Austria. Nice little touch on the ball. Saxton turns to keep it up. Oh! Rolls down the tape of the net, but falls on the Canadian side. Important point for Austria.
That could have gone any way. I thought that was going to roll all the way to the antenna. There's the block. Doppler made a great defensive play. There's Saxton, and there's the roll. The ball right on top of the net. It ends up landing on the Canadian side. So point for Austria as they slowly trim this lead down to 2. Kame Schak maybe needs to spread that block a little bit more. Doppler, take a little more area away, take a little more risk, because he's gone quiet again at the net. Austria could use a couple blocks, but a side out first.
And that serve is too deep from Saxton. That's a quick point for Austria. I think you're right, Doppler's block has gone a little quiet. The net result is Canada still have a break advantage. 2 clear of Austria. Here's Doppler with service. Schak attacks. Oh, and again, off the block of Doppler. Not quite there with the timing. 3 clear now, Canada.
The fortunate thing for Austria, as Doppler's gotten quiet, so has Ben Saxton at the net. He was on fire at a time, and he hasn't had a block in some time.
No choice but to go over on 2. Oh! Well, if Doppler doesn't want to block, Alex Horst will do it for him. Wow!
So rare that you see the defender get stuck up at the net, but that's exactly what happens right here. Alexander Horst at the net, and he knows exactly what to do. That happens quite often. Defenders really love to get blocks, and right there, Horst going to give it right back to Canada, but a beautiful block nonetheless.
Need to stay focused here, Austria. 10-7 Canada. Saxton serves to the far left of the Austrian court to Horst. Of course, finds his cut shot, but Schalk's read it this time. Schalk just gets a little underneath the ball there, puts it out of play.
Well, that's costly right there. He made a beautiful read into the angle. Kame Schak taking notes and finally getting the cut shot, but he cannot finish the play. Errors with the hit, just long.
Another chance for Austria to get back into this 3rd set. Oh, the ball is still up. Good shot from Doppler. Huge point for Austria. Within 1 of Canada.
Wow, how about that? And to think the score could have been 11-7 when Kame Schak hit that ball out of bounds, but Austria grabs the last 2 points, and it's now 10-9. Pressure starting to build, for Canada, as all the momentum seems to be on the side of Austria, with the crowd behind them as well. Gonna take a quick timeout and think it over.
Yeah, Canada have called a timeout just to try and slow the momentum of Austria, who are back in the groove again here on centre court. They're trailing Canada by 1 point. And it can all turn so quickly.
Let's get the side out, we'll be on the good side. Take her home.
3, 2, 1, crash rate!
There's a good look at successful blocks, 7-5 in favor of Canada. But none of those stats will matter. The only one that matters is getting that 2-point edge and getting to 15 first. Nick, we were right on about this being a battle, back and forth, almost assured a third set. These two teams so equal. 12th seeded Austria, 13th seeded Canada.
Doppler with service. Big serve to Schalk, who now attacks for Canada. Oh, good play. Good side out for the Canadians and justifying their call of the timeout.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, at that last break, I heard Kim Schalk say 1 more point and we get on the good side. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of breeze out there, but apparently he believes there is. That good side is when the breeze is in your face. You have a little more leeway to swing away.
Doppler powers one back at Canada. Keep the focus, Austria. No shortage of home support. 10,000 strong crowd. Out of that 10,000, I'd say there's just 10 or 20 Canadians. Well, that service error just gives the point straight back to Canada. Remember, we're only heading to 15. Play from Austria. Picked it out of the net beautifully, Doppler.
Spectacular play by Alexander Horst, and once again, a nice dig by Kim Schalk, but he cannot complete the play and get that ball down to the ground in transition. Wow, Alexander Horst, I think that was by design. Buried it right into the net. Clemens Doppler put up a beautiful set, and things are getting tight.
Doppler with the service. A lot of topspin on that ball. Oh, but again, the block lets Doppler down at the net. Schalk gets another one away and around the Austrian.
Now it gets to be pressure time for Austria. They need to get a 13-12 switch.
Doppler gets that point that you're referring to, Dave.
Ben Saxton just made a monumental error, was right in position, and he hit it over on one. Horst, give him a lot of credit, off his face. But here, Ben Saxton's got to keep this on his side of the net. It's a free ball. And Clemens Doppler goes over on 2. Wow, what an opportunity. Saxton has to keep that ball on his side, and he knows right away that he has made a really costly mistake.
Here's a chance for Austria to level the scores right at the business end of the third tiebreak set. Schalk's on the attack for Canada. Oh, cheeky, sneaky, but very effective.
So smart, seeing the entire court. And now Canada just 1 point away from taking the pool.
Saxton with service, match point for Canada. Floats it to Doppler. Doppler attacks for Austria. Puts it right down the line. They're still fighting Austria yet. They are not going to give this one up. Second match point for Canada. Austria with service. Can the Austrians tie the scores up at 14-all? Or do Canada take it on centre court? Oh, he's thrown it away. Doppler puts the service out of play and hands the match to Canada, who win it 2-1.
Seemed like an in-between serve there by Clemens Doppler. In that position, you either float the ball in, give yourself an opportunity, or you rip an ace. But he didn't seem like he had decided what to do, so Canada prevails. And I'll tell you what, Canada made some really costly mistakes at times. They could have handled that match a lot better and won by a bigger margin. Once they look at the tape, they had a few instances where free ball situations, they just gave it away, but they come away with the win, and they win Pool L. Clemens Doppler and Alexander Horst, of course, will take a look at this video, and they will end up second in pool, so both these teams will be advancing to the knockout rounds. It was a battle, and I don't think it disappointed. This is what the fans came to see, an absolutely packed house. It was an awesome match.
It's always a little disappointing, isn't it, when the last point of such a match, such a great match, just goes on a service error. But Canada will be delighted to have narrowed the gap in games against Doppler and Horst to 5-4. Canada winning 2-1, and they win Pool L with a maximum 6 points, 3 out of 3 for the Canadians, Ben Saxton and Kame Schuck. Let's go down to the heart of centre court, hear from our reporter Julius Brink, who is talking with the Canadian winners.